Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
What's good in the HoodlumScrafty? It is I, HoodlumScrafty, and today I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon X Y Wi-Fi battle. And if you don't know, for some reason, I'm a new guy. I'm a new Wi-Fi battler here. I've obviously been on the channel, you know, since its existence, but I switched over from Let's Plays to Wi-Fi. I explained, you know, why I did that or whatever in the last Wi-Fi battle I did. So if you missed that, I guess go check it out. Just go look through the playlist, and you should be able to find it. It has a Kabutops in the thumbnail, and I guess we're just gonna go ahead and actually go into the battle, because last time I had like a 5-minute introduction, and you guys don't need any more of that if you already know who I am and why I am here. But today I'm bringing you guys a OU battle versus my good friend SacredFireNegro. Now I did say last video that I would be doing battles against subscribers, and I would upload just the best ones in my opinion, and I still will be doing that, but of course I had a battle against Nick today, because it's been a while since we battled. It's been a while since Nick and I, you know, just battled period, you know, and then I guess we just decided, you know, let's battle because we haven't battled in a while, and then ended up being a good battle. So you know, there's no point in putting this battle to waste. I will upload it for your entertainment, so hopefully you guys will enjoy. But like last battle, this team was made by Phoenix Master 1. He gave me like 4 different teams to play around with in OU, and this team ended up being pretty awesome, just like the last one, so that's why I'm making a video with it. I can team build by myself, don't worry about that, that's not an issue at all. The teams he makes are cool, and they're really gimmicky, and they're just awesome, and you'll see that, you know, they're just different, and I like that a lot. So shout out to Phoenix Master 1 on YouTube, he's a really swell guy. But let's go ahead and look at the team preview. So looking at both of our teams, both of us, you know, once his Pinsir is Mega Evolved, have a huge Ice type weakness. Which I guess is also fine, because I do have the Slowbro that could potentially carry Ice Beam, which my Slowbro doesn't, but you know, he doesn't know that. And I also have the Landorus that could potentially carry Hidden Power Ice. I mean, other than that, I don't really have any Pokemon with Ice type moves to sort of screw Nick over with that, you know, 3 Pokemon being weak to Ice, so that's fine in his part. But when it comes to Nick, he also has, of course, the Landorus that could carry Hidden Power Ice, and then he has the Keldeo with Icy Wind. You know, it's sort of like a necessary thing, because that's Keldeo's, you know, best Ice type move. I mean, Icy Wind, that's hilarious. But yeah, other than our Ice type weakness, I think the biggest problem for me, at least, is Nick's Latios, because of how fast and hard it's gonna hit. You know, a Draco Meteor from a Latios is going to do a lot to my specially defensive Zapdos, which Zapdos doesn't have any sort of moves to hit him hard back with. And then there's also my Heatran that could probably take a Draco Meteor, but then what's my Heatran going to do? You know, all I have is Lava Plume and Toxic and Roar and Stealth Rock, so you know, my Heatran doesn't really have anything to fire back at the Latios with either. So the Latios is another big threat, so it's another thing to watch out for in this battle. But either way, 3-minute introduction, a little bit shorter than last time. Let's just get into the battle now. So I shall be leading off with my Landorus, while Nick goes ahead and leads off with his Latios. Now that's obviously not a bad matchup for me, but it's a bad matchup for Nick, because I have U-turn, and I can just U-turn out, and you know, because I'm a Choice Scarfed, Landorus too, you know, I'm Jolly too, and I outspeed all the things, so he's gonna Intimidate Drop Up on me, you know, it's just like, you know, this being resisted and stuff, it's not gonna do much damage. It ends up being a crit, and it still didn't do damage at all, you know, he took it out like a champion. So it's gonna allow me to switch into Who Cares to Slowbro now. And he's not really an offensive Landorus by the looks of this, you know, he's more of a support Landorus, I guess. So you know, I figured he's just gonna U-turn out here, you know, I just figured he's gonna U-turn out, and I was like, you know what, let me just get a quick Thunder Wave on something, and he just slaps me with a knockoff. I don't know what I was thinking there, because his best switch obviously would have been the Raikou, which Thunder Wave doesn't even affect him, so that was just a terrible play for me. I made such a bad play there, but that's going to allow him to get his Stealth Rocks up, which isn't the best thing in the world for me. You know, I do have the default Zapdos, so you know, I can get rid of them, but it's gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna have to take some rocks damage, you know, to get rid of those, you know, anyway. But you know, after that, I go for the Hidden Power Ice, you know, from my Landorus on his Landorus, and it does a fuck ton of damage, which I kind of regret using that as early on as I did, because now he knows I have HP Ice and he knows to fear it, which I shouldn't have revealed it that early, and I really hate myself for that. But he brings in this monster here, you know, so I was like, you know what, he's gonna Swords Dance here, I'm Scarfed into Hidden Power Ice, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, switch there proved to him that I was Scarfed, so that kind of sucks for me. But you know, I'm gonna bring in my Heracross, I'm gonna Mega Evolve, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a Sucker Punch like a boss if he decides to stay in, and if he wants to switch out for some reason into his Latios to take a close combat or whatever, I'll go for a Pin Missile, because Pin Missile is gonna kill anyway. But he gets a critical hit, Sucker Punch, if you didn't see that, and it took me down to 1 HP. And, you know, with the rocks being up, you'd expect me to, you know, just wanna let this Heracross, you know, die. It's like, you know what, Heracross, you did your job. You took out a huge threat being Bi-Sharp, so you can have your time now. But I was like, nope, this thing is gonna want to get a Moxie boost, you know, with Quick Attack or whatever, just to finish me off. You know, he's not gonna Mega Evolve first turn. He's gonna get a free +1 just from finishing off my Heracross. So I'm like, no, I refuse to stay in. But he doesn't, you know, not Mega Evolve. He just Mega Evolves and Quick Attacks me for some reason, which his better play probably would have been to just stay as regular Pinsir, honestly. But it's his thing, you know. If he wants to Mega Evolve, it's fine. So I'm gonna bring my Latios. I mean, my Zapdos, Zapdos, and I'm gonna get the defog off here because I know he's probably gonna want to bring in the Raikou, because Raikou resists, you know, any sort of potential electric type moves I could have used on him. So now that the rocks are gone, I can bring in my Heracross now, you know, a clean switch, you know, or unless I predict him to use, you know, Roost or something like that. But can we just look at what Nick just did? He used Light Screen with Raikou. Like I've never seen that before. I don't know if you guys have seen that before. Maybe it's his own custom set. I've got no idea. Either way, he set up a fucking Light Screen. So that just blew my mind. And then he's got the leftovers too, and I was like, I thought he'd be a sub Calm Mind Raikou. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought he'd be a sub Calm Mind, but no, he's a fucking light screening Raikou. So, you know, obviously he doesn't want Raikou to die. You know, he's probably predicting the earthquake, but you know, even if I do go for the U-turn, which I do end up going for the U-turn here, you know, Landorus is gonna swallow that, so that's perfectly fine for Nick, I guess. But now, since my leftovers already been knocked off, you know, which I didn't even consider knock off Landorus the first time around, but you know, yeah, since my leftovers all been knocked off, I don't have to worry about knockoff, I guess, and I can take a U-turn like I know I can. I probably should have switched out here, predicting the Raikou switching, because I knew Raikou was coming back in. I knew it was. I had no reason to stay in here. I just figured, you know what, I'm just, you know, in case Nick wants to overpredict, and you know, but he like the way Nick plays is he's like, I never overpredict, you know, I just go for it, and I only make, you know, some smart plays whenever I need to. So I figured he wouldn't go into the Raikou, you know, just in case I switched out and made a smart play. But he went to the Raikou, so you know it's gonna force my Slowbro, which isn't a huge deal because I bring in Heat Sly, and he's gonna go for the Reflect now, which is just like his team's gonna be fat as hell now, and he goes for the Thunderbolt here, gets the Paralysis, which is like a 10% chance. So it's just my luck. It's beautiful. Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate that. But luckily for me, I do break through the Paralysis, and I get the Stealth Rocks up, and we're just gonna get some lefties health back. You know, just like the nice and staldiness that it is. But you know, I'm gonna switch out here because I really don't want to deal. I really hate Paralysis. Like I don't trust it at all. I really don't want to deal with, you know, him, you know, pulling some weird ass setup type of shit. So I decided to switch into my Landorus and try and get some hard damage off on this Raikou, but he ends up switching into his Keldeo, which is perfectly fine because I'm a Scarf Landorus. Unless for some reason he was running a Scarf Keldeo, I've got nothing to fear. So I just go for the U-turn, but he pulls off an Icy Wind, obviously, you know, because it's 4 times effective. I completely forgot about that. You know, I mentioned at the beginning of the battle, I knew he could probably have Icy Wind, but I completely forgot about it at the time. And then, you know, next up, he's going to pull a Hidden Power Ghost on me, or whatever that is, and it does a lot of damage. So, you know, since I'm like, girl, you're not really useful right now, I'm just going to Healing Wish, Reflect wears off, and I bring in Heracross. Rocks are gone, I get all that HP back. Thank you very much. That couldn't have worked out better, honestly. But a fucking Hydro Pump from this thing is going to do like a nice half or more, so I really don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to bring in my Slowbro because, you know, I have a Psychic type move to deal with this Keldeo, and for some reason he just went for the Icy Wind on Heracross. I don't understand that at all. Nick, maybe he was just trying to, I don't know what he was doing there, but either way, I go for the Size Shock. You know, he knows that. He's going to bring in the Latios here. Now, I figured here he was going to go for the Defog, you know, so he gets free switching to his Pinsir, but he doesn't. He ends up just going for the Draco Meteor, and my Slowbro just goes down. He just dies. Like, he's gone. I'm just like, fuck. So I still have my Latios, my Landorus. What the? I keep getting Landorus and Latios mixed up. I still have my Landorus though for his Latios. I can, you know, just bring it in and U-turn whenever I want, and Pinsir is just gonna come in and get destroyed by those rocks, which honestly is not fun at all. And next time he switches in, he's gonna die to these rocks, unless of course Nick has Defog in his Latios, which I don't see why he wouldn't. You know, why would you have Pinsir in your team without, you know, a way to get rid of, you know, Stealth Rocks? So, you know, I'm still kind of scared of this Pinsir. This Pinsir can still do work to my team, but he can't do shit to my Zapdos unless he has Stone Edge, which he doesn't, it seems. You know, I'm just gonna go for the Heat Wave in case he decided to switch into, you know, just anything. like Raikou, you know, just like Raikou. I don't really. I just wanted to get some nice damage off on it, maybe a potential burn. So I took the 10% chance of missing risk, and I did that. But this thing's an over Draco Meteor here, and it does a huge amount of damage to my Zapdos. I'm not happy with that. I mean, I'm especially defensive Zapdos. That's the reason why I took that. But it still did a huge amount of damage to me. But I mean, at least it did lower his special attack, and it did put Nick in the position where he was fine with sacking this thing off, or whatever you could say. You know, he was fine with letting it die here. I mean, that thing was putting in mad work in my team, so if he decided to let it live any longer, could have been bad, but he decided just to let it go here because, you know, he's just gonna keep getting trapped by my you know, my what's it called, my Landorus, you know, with the U-turn. So I'm so thankful that that Zapdos took that than he did. But Nyx is gonna end up switching into the Pinsir just to let it die off here. Could have probably saved that for Death Fodder later on, but either way, here comes the Raikou. I knew he'd want to bring in the Raikou and try to get his screens back up, you know, just so he could take hits and stuff, because I've got some really hard hitters on my team. So I'm just going to take the time, and I'm just going to roost up, because I know that this Zapdos will be really useful against his, what's it called, his Keldeo. His Keldeo, I can take a Hydro Pump from that thing pretty well, since I am, of course, a special defensive Zapdos, and that's all I really have for Keldeo, other than Pinsir, which, I mean, not my Pinsir, Heracross. I'm getting all the Pokemon names mixed up this time, but, you know, I'm going to go for another roost, on the Hidden Power Ice, I'm pretty sure that was. So we now know his moveset: Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, Reflect, and Light Screen. It's pretty different Raikou set. I don't know about his EV spread or his nature at all, but either way, my Zapdos is not complaining. He's taking that Hidden Power Ice, getting all his HP back. So now I've got a good Pokemon just to sort of chill around for the Keldeo. The Keldeo is definitely the scariest thing on Nick's team. I really just, I don't like that thing at all. So I'm just gonna switch into the Heated Sly here. Pretty much to sack it off, because I really don't have any use for him. He gets demolished by Keldeo and Landorus, and I don't think Nick really realized that I was trying to sack it off here. So, you know, he obviously brings in the Landorus, and, you know, I'm paralyzed here. I think I was going for a Toxic that turn, you know, just in case he wanted to bring in the Keldeo, and he just decides here to go for a knockoff. I don't know why he didn't just straight up Earthquake and kill me, because I was sacking off. Like I said, I didn't really want this thing to be alive. I guess he just didn't want me to switch into my own Landorus. That wouldn't have been amazing for him. So I get the Lava Plume off, and down goes the Landorus, and on that exact same turn, the Reflect wears off, and he brings in his Keldeo now to Hydro Pump me. He doesn't miss, because Nick never misses moves with low accuracy for some reason. It's just like Nick's thing, you know, he always lands Focus Blasts and Hydro Pumps and Blizzards and stuff. So I'm going to bring in my fully healed Heracross here. I think Nick's just sort of like, I guess, just, you know, just admitted defeat here, and just decided to, you know, just Icy Wind his the Heracross or something. I don't know why he didn't Hydro Pump, because the Hydro Pump crit probably could have took out my Heracross, and that would have been beneficial for him. But for whatever reason, I think Nick just sort of accepted defeat here, and he's just going to overhead and Power Ice and just allow my Heracross to get one final blow on him and finish up the game. So that's been the battle. I got 3-0 on Nick, which is awesome. You know, it was a good battle nonetheless. You know, I'm not trying to flex on, you know, we're both good players, you know, we both played well. I played really bad at the beginning, and then just I ended up coming back, and I like that, you know. Healing Wish, Latias actually put in work, you know, this time around, so that's awesome. But either way, be sure to let me know what tier Wi-Fi battles you guys want me to see, want me to do, I should say. All I'm really experienced in is OU and UU, so I'm trying to get into NU right now, just, you know, so to get some lower tier battles for you guys, because I'm not really a lower tier type of guy. I'm more of a higher tier guy. I'm trying to get into it though, so just for you guys. So let me know, you know, what tier you guys would like to see me battle in next, and I'll see if I can get one arranged. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed this battle. If you want to go ahead and drop me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to LumioseStation today. For more Wi-Fi battles, I guess, from me, and other Wi-Fi battles like Leo and PK and all that good stuff. I want to go ahead and stop rambling now. It's been a nice 40-minute video, so it's a bit longer than last time, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Drop a like, and I'm just repeating myself at this point. I'm out.